And I know my son. And I know he's nonviolent.
The mother and father of Kobe Dimmick Heisler want an independent prosecutor assigned to their son's case after Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman said force by Brooklyn Center officers was justified after seeing body camera footage from the incident in which Dimmick Heisler abruptly gets off his chair while speaking with police. The officers tried to subdue him, and investigators say 3 of the officers fired tasers at Dimmick Heisler, but they didn't work. Body camera video edited by the BCA during their investigation shows Dimmick Heisler reaching into the couch at one point and grabbing what prosecutors say is a knife with which they say he tried to stab an officer. At that point, investigators say 2 officers fired 3 shots each at Dimmick Heisler. His family points out the video doesn't show police questioning Dimmick Heisler, who they say had autism.
And they just keep making him more and more irritated as they interrogate him for a crime, and they keep looking for him to confess to a crime.
His parents say police mishandled the situation, and that when police arrived at Dimmick Heisler's grandparents' home, he was calm. According to prosecutors, his grandfather had called police because Dimmick Heisler was upset with him and got a hammer and knife while demanding he apologize. But 911 dispatch notes from the time show his grandfather then told dispatchers to forget it because Dimmick Heisler was probably going to be okay.
In the report, it says they went and de-escalated the situation. How do you de-escalate an already de-escalated situation?
Jennifer Austin, KARE 11 News.
Well, we reached out to Brooklyn Center Police for comment, but they have not issued a statement yet. A man